What is up, people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another watch along here at the Cup Chasers. That's right, it's the Carabao Cup semi-final, and it's Newcastle versus Man City at St. James's Park. It's a big one. It is the first leg here. And it's a very important one for Newcastle to go ahead and get an advantage in this one, because we all know how difficult the Etihad Stadium can be. Well, before we hop into it, let's go ahead and smash up the like button. Of course, hype it up if you got any of those left. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for being here, of course. And I want to know your thoughts, your comments down below. Let me know if you think Newcastle have what it takes to beat that high line today. Have they even planned for it? Let's hope. Do Newcastle have what it takes to get an advantage in this one? Because I believe they're going to need it. Definitely going to need it. So let me know who's going to win it today. All right, let's pull up these starting lineups. We'll take a look and see who is in. Of course, I am the most accessible one, or an easy one that I've been using is ESPN. I should probably stop doing that because of the conversation I've just had with Nez. Of course, Nez, the other member on the pod. All right, here we go. I'm thinking Nunez will probably play in the center instead of O'Reilly. And according to ESPN, though, O'Reilly's in the middle, though, but they're kind of dunces, so we won't worry about that. I definitely think that Nunez will be in the middle. Bernardo will probably be back there to help out, and it's going to be damn the torpedoes. It's going to be all guns a-blazing for Manchester City, trying to go ahead and put this one to bed. Just like Arsenal want to avoid the fixture congestion. So if they are able to do to get a good win here at the beginning of the in the first leg, I should say, then all the better. All the more rest and rotation they can do. But we're looking at Gordon, Anthony Gordon, Johan Wissa, and Jacob Murphy up top for the tune. I was certainly expecting the German Jack Sparrow Voltamata to get the start today, but of course he does not. I expect we'll see him at some point. However, Johan Wissa has been playing well. Of course, it's Bruno G and Joel Linton in there. They're going to be absolutely kicking people. They're going to have the energy, bring the verve, the passion, the fight. Of course, Jacob Ramsey's going to look to play quick through the lines. If they can just get runners from deep, man, I'm telling you, if Newcastle figure out how to get Anthony Gordon and Jacob Murphy running from deep, they'll be able to get in behind this high line. I know Aline looked really quick, and Kusanov also looked quick retreating. So I think that that is definitely the strategy Pep will employ. More. It kind of left Ake exposed versus Brighton, so we'll see if that's something that Newcastle have pinpointed. They are starting with Lewis Hall and Miley on the other side as far as their outside backs, making it a young duo there. Big game for them. But, of course, Newcastle are no strangers, this being their third semifinal in a row. 17 games. They've only lost the final to Manchester United a couple of seasons back. Of course, they are the holders. And Nick Pope back in. I thought Ramsdale might actually get the start. He's been playing well. He got the saves in the penalty shootout during the weekend, I should say, for the FA Cup. But it's Nick Pope back in there, preferred today at home. Of course, they're going to be making tons and tons of noise. No one's going to be able to hear the Man City fans up in the heavens, up in the clouds. I'm sure it's going to be dark and rainy and gross. Yo, Kieran Denny, 3771, what's up? Man City might be cooked. Their defense looks shocking. Yeah, I think versus the speed and versatility that Newcastle have gone with, especially, like I say, if they can beat this high line that Pep likes to play in recent times, if they can figure out how to maybe get Gordon to run in behind on a deep run, maybe do like a bring Wissa back and have Gordon run across the line behind, they can maybe get in and have some success, in behind in the channels. I think we will win this first leg, what I'm saying, but we're getting knocked out. Are you saying Man City is going to win? No, you're saying Newcastle's going to win the first leg, but then go out? Is that what you're saying, Kieran? Are you a Newcastle fan? Or I got it wrong? There you go. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, honestly, as an Arsenal fan, I don't mind either. I know if y'all make it to the final again, you're going to be raring up for it. It's going to be absolutely a difficult game for us to win. If that is, we make it, and if Man City make it, of course, it's going to be a difficult game. So I'm not really worried about either of them. I think Newcastle have a really good shot today, though. If they get the tactics right, I think that there are chances to be had. As you say, the defense looks shocking at some points, especially versus Brighton. So, and many times I've thought to myself, Pep might look to play a little bit deeper, having, in the last game, not Exeter, of course, I'm not counting that one. But in the Brighton game, he's been, having to run towards his own goal a whole lot. And I expect that to be today as well. If you do make it to the final, you're going to go? That'd be awesome, man. That'd be so awesome to get to go again. Yeah, absolutely. Home record has been really, yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure Eddie Howe has only lost the final 17 games. You've only lost the final to Manchester United in this tournament in the last 17 games. So definitely, we might start calling this the Newcastle Invitational if you're successful again this season. Just like we called it the City Invitational a few seasons ago. So definitely a good record. I think you'll be up for it. I think the stadium will be up for it. That's for sure. And of course, you guys have a decent record at home against Manchester City. Always fun games, though. Always really fun games. The 3-3 a couple of seasons ago comes to mind. So, yeah, I haven't really worked out. It doesn't really matter to me who wins this one. But I do think if Newcastle are going to be able to hold out at the Etihad, they'll need an advantage here. They'll certainly need an advantage. Oh, I should probably pull up the clock. That might help. Do they always play Hey Jude at St. James? I know they play Hey Jude at a number of different stadiums, or at least I've heard it on a number of different broadcasts. I agree. Yeah. I agree right here that if you focus and you really get the clinical nature that we've seen at points from the team from Newcastle, get it right, and lock in front of goal, I think it could be a good day for you. Yeah. I definitely think Newcastle fans, as far as my experience from what I've seen from across the pond here, are definitely some of the best in the league. Absolutely. I know especially those that travel with the team are committed, dedicated, that's for sure. Just because I watch so much of the league, I am familiar with the geography of England and the United Kingdom as an extension, and so it's definitely a long way to go for most Newcastle fans, especially on days with like Bournemouth or Brighton. But yeah, Bruno G needs to be big today. It's going to have to be big and control things in there. Especially no Gonzalez, no Rodri. I think it's definitely an opportunity here. Definitely an opportunity. You talking about Max Alliane from City? They don't have anyone. It's literally it's yeah. That's why they're so desperate to sign Gahey. They don't have like this. Their only center backs. That's why when I was looking at the lineups, I was like confused as to the configurations that FootMob and ESPN had them on, because Nico O'Reilly was in the center midfield. We're gonna find out here in a second what they're really doing, what it looks like. But I think that there's no way that's happening. Yeah, exactly. This is their full contingent of healthy center backs are starting. That's all of them. For sure. Pep already looks worried. Look at that. He already looks worried. You love to see it. I guess just because I have PTSD and a thing against Man City, I'll probably catch myself cheering for Newcastle at this point. Just because I don't really like Newcastle very much. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't have anything real against them. No, Arsenal are winning the league, man. I'm hoping. I'm hoping, man. I'm absolutely hoping. Old Philly Foden here, about to get us underway. I didn't even clock who the referee was today. It's probably not my favorite guy. None of them are. Here we go. False start from Phil Foden. I can only hope it's Arsenal's year. I can only hope, Kieran. I can only hope. Of course, thanks for being here, people. Smash up the likes on your way in. Wissa is putting pressure on Kusanov. Well, there you go. O'Reilly, whether he's inverting or he's starting in there, he's already in the center of the midfield. First ball into the channel for Holland. Dealt with well. Chris Kavanagh? Is that the referee? Chris Kavanagh? He's so bad. God, he's so bad. That's not great for anybody. City have won it high up here. A lot of energy to start with in the first minute. Got to win second balls against Man City. Got to win the second balls against Man City. Doku's going to put Miley under pressure for sure. He's going to have to be big. But yeah, people, thanks for being here. Subscribe if you're new. Hype it up if you got any of those left. Tell me who you think's going to win in the comments section. And of course, like the video. Thanks for being here. Holland already complaining. Looks like a dive to me. And Newcastle bring it the other way. Anthony Gordon with his hair pulled back. That looks weird. Oh, God, I thought my stream was frozen already. That's worked well for Hull. That is Nunez out on the right. It's O'Reilly in the center. It's 100% O'Reilly in the center. He's chased Bruno Guimaraes all the way back to the box here. Man City have found their shape, but it's absolutely Nico O'Reilly playing center mid. At least right now, off the ball, that's going to be a foul. Bernardo's already kicked the crap out of Ramsey there. Yep. Tone's already set. Going to be a lot of energy. Definitely going to be a physical game. That's a poor ball from Hall right at Ake. He'll recycle. It's interesting to see how high Newcastle are going to press, if they're going to keep up the high press. I know it's only the 3rd minute. Holland will win the header. Got to win the second ball. Bernardo's going to use his shoulder/hand to bring that down there. Wish Ramsey didn't like being kicked by Bernardo in the second minute, so he's gone ahead and, yeah, here, you can dish it out. I'll dish it right back. There it goes. Doku over here on the right. Jacob Murphy working back. And here's O'Reilly in the center. Is he also going to be the guy to progress it forward? Pep and City putting a lot of faith in O'Reilly here. Poor touch from Doku. Gordon will win it. But City will press high here. That's poor. Good pressure from Foden, but it's a poor pass. And Nunez picks it up. Joel Linton working hard. O'Reilly in the center mid. Interesting. Well, wonder if Nez will respond. Nez is usually watching with the Man City Supporters Club. We'll see what he says. O'Reilly in the center. All right. Here we go. Bruno G coming back for the ball. He'll push it over to Hall. Nunez pressing hard. Yeah, Man City energetic at the high press to start the game. For sure. That's good work from Joel Linton. Just gets it to Anthony Gordon. He's going to get a good ball out wide. Here's Murphy. First time ball. That's for Wissa. Here it is. Oh, my God. He's absolutely skied it. Oh, the people in row F are scared of that shot. How has he missed it? Oh, my God. Absolutely. Kieran. How's he missed it? You can't. Oh, my God. Romelu Lukaku would be proud. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Wow. Oh, just put your laces through it. Should be 1-0. Absolutely should be 1-0. That's fantastic from Anthony Gordon. Fantastic from Jacob Murphy. Not fantastic from Yoann Wissa. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's on a plate. It's absolutely on a plate, Kieran. How's he missed it? That's well worked from Newcastle, though. That's well worked from Newcastle. That's what I'm talking about. When you get them running towards their own goal and you play quickly like that. Hey! No, nothing wrong with that. Phil Foden going to pick it up, running at the defense. Here's Semenyo for the first time on Hall. Anthony Gordon comes back to help out. That's good work. That's good, D. That's good, D. And they'll make him recycle. That's good work. Here's Doku. He's going to... Nope, not going to go at him. Back for Ake. Patient from Man City. Here's Semenyo again. Newcastle got everybody right on top of the box. Got to get close. Ake had an opening there. Didn't take it. Oh, Doku's beat Murphy. It's a cross. But it's back for Doku. Here's O'Reilly. Nobody thought Doku was getting the cross in. He's beating the guy. He's beating Murphy so quick. Here's Semenyo on Gordon. He'll kick him. Nothing doing. Newcastle staying in their space as well. You can't let him hit the ball. You can't let him hit the cross. Here's Doku on Miley. He's going to take him on. Oh, he just runs past him. Oof. Woo. Yeah, for sure. Man City are always dangerous. Always dangerous. Doesn't matter how many games Haaland has gone without a goal. You know for a fact he's in there for one. He's worth one. That's for sure. He's worth one. Oh my God, he's missed it. Oh wow. Doku's already. Oh man. Oh, the underlap from Bernardo. Important touch from the keeper there. Definitely important touch from the goalkeeper. That's a bad call from the AR there. That's a bad call from the referee. It honestly could be 1-1. Maybe should be 1-1. Maybe should be 1-1. It's two big chances, one on either end. Johan Wissa is offsides. If you win it 3-0, yes, I think it might be game over. But are you going to win it 3-0? Is the question. I'll be shocked if you don't concede. I'll be shocked if you don't score. To be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, I doubt it. 3-1 maybe. I could see 3-1. But it's already looking like both attacks are going to be dangerous. Man City with some possession here in the last 5. Doku falls down, looks at the referee. Nothing ever being given for that. Exactly. Doku just falling down. Just falling down like a sack of potatoes. O'Reilly hasn't really put a foot wrong, but he hasn't necessarily. He's obviously not done the Rodri things that you would expect. Can't be too harsh on him yet. Trafford just gets a pass in all the way to Nick Pope, and Newcastle will start again up the line here. No one's there. Interesting back heel. Oh my God, and Kusanov has given the throw-in away. What was that? What was that? Just a moment of madness from Kusanov, and he's given the ball away for a throw-in for no reason. Okay. But O'Reilly's won it back. That's good D. That's good D from him. I think if Tuchel's watching this, he'll definitely be impressed with Nico O'Reilly. Oh, such a good ball. Wissa's got to score, man. Yeah, the linesmen aren't doing great. Like I said, man, the Chris Kavanagh, it's all an extension of the leader, and the leader of the referees today is not great. Man City bringing it forward once again. Here's Doku. Jacob Murphy getting back quickly. They're working around to the right-hand side. Here's Semenyo. Been quiet so far. For O'Reilly. Foden back to Kusanov. Is he going to do something this time? It's just Anthony Gordon. Can't let the cross in. Anthony Gordon showing me what I know about his defending ability. Can't let the cross. There's Ake. There you go. Also horrible. Simon Hooper, also horrible. He's part of the Bald Fraud Squad with Anthony Taylor. It's not great stuff. That's a corner. Should be a corner. Nope, they got it. Yep. There it is. Phil Foden. My favorite ref? I don't like any of them. What's the young dude that's one of the new guys? He's pretty young. I can't remember his name, but he was decent like the 2 or 3 times I've seen him. The rest of them I'm not a fan of. because they're all bad. VAR's bad. They're bad. It's a sham. Can't let the cross in. Here's Doku. They're going to let it in. Thankfully, Haaland nowhere to be found. He's going to come and foul Anthony Gordon. I think Newcastle will be satisfied so far. Not happy. Should have scored. Should be up. Also could have conceded, but I think Johan Wissa is still going to be kicking himself. He'll be looking to find a redemption at some point, you would expect. I like Johan Wissa. I thought he was good for Brentford, of course. Semenyo's going to win this. And then bulldoze Botman there. Doesn't matter. Goal kick. The real question is, will Pep scratch his own head today? That's the real question. No, definitely not John Brooks. He's been around a while. I can't remember the guy's name. I've only seen him a couple of times. I'm really just making a joke because I don't really like any of them. None of them are really that great. Oh, it's a poor touch from Wissa right after I was saying I was a fan. I think he filled in well with Bumo after Tony left. Anthony Gordon going at Nunez. It's a good ball across. Joel Linton. Agreed. 100%. Luckily, we haven't had anything too crazy yet so far today. It's an interesting attempted header from Joel Linton there. It's always speculative when you see a header from the top of the box. Gordon working hard here. Oh, he's going to sell his man short. He's just gotten it away from Haaland. That was squeaky bum stuff. Here's Murphy. Another first-time ball. He's going to win the corner. That must be something that they've worked on, that Eddie Howe has told them to get the first-time ball in when you get the ball into the channel, so that Man City are never set. And it worked the first time. Jacob Murphy going for it again here when he's gotten the ball in the channel. Okay, forced to give the corner away. What can they do? Without the German Jack Sparrow, the center backs are the only real height. But if you put the ball right on James Trafford and get in his face. Oh, they're trying the Arsenal one. There you go. Oof. Good clearance from Trafford. Very interesting that Man City goalkeeper is named has the name of the Man U stadium. Nothing. Wow. No one in the stadium agrees with that one. Doku's going to hit it into the abyss for Nick Pope. Very interesting. Right after, once again, Wissa is washed. Hey, I was just about to say something, but then I saw the touch. It's a very poor touch. It's a very poor touch. That was not great. And he'll turn it over. My man Asif from the Cup Chasers been on a couple of times saying he thinks Pep wants more physically dominant players in front of the defense. That's not great. Here comes Bernardo trying to get into something. Nothing in that. Nothing in that. Yeah, I agree. I agree that we need better refs. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I agree we definitely need, but even Pep's saying the same thing. We need better refs. Definitely need better refs. Oh, Jacob Murphy putting him under here. and he'll concede the throw-in, but the Newcastle faithful applaud the effort. Oh, now they're going to give him some shtick. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it's you can see they're trying to get under the skin a little bit. Ake's just holding on to the ball forever and ever. Here we go. Finally throws it in. Holland plays it off the defender there, Chow. I don't think Holland's done much so far. A couple of okay touches, I guess. But you know Holland, he's normally not in it until he is in a very big way. That's going to be a foul. Wouldn't have been a foul 15 years ago. You're allowed to kick the crap out of people, but, you know, here we are. Oh, man. Almost 20 minutes in here. I think it's Newcastle have absolutely weathered the initial pressure, the initial energy from the Sky Blues, but will be, like I said, a bit disappointed. A no rules match. You know, I don't know if you remember, I don't know how old you are, but there was a game back in the day called Pro Evolution Soccer, and you could turn off the rules. You could turn off offsides, you could turn off fouls, and you could also turn on a mode where the referee was like playable, like you could like run into him and stuff, and thus you could slide tackle him, and you could it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. I really only played that game for that mode. I definitely played FIFA every year it came out for the longest time, but I got that one just because my friend had it and showed me that you could beat up on the ref, and it was absolutely great. You absolutely love it. But of course, it's all a fantasy. They would never do that. Ball into the channel here, Semenyo. Lewis Hall working hard to keep it from him. They're definitely pressing in the midfield. Ah, man, somebody's got to tell Anthony Gordon he's got a man on because there's no peripherals, I guess. Nico O'Reilly's not doing too bad in that midfield. Not doing too bad at all in that midfield. But they're making it difficult for Newcastle to build up in any way. I don't know about that one. Lewis Hall lucky in my eyes to get that one. But yeah, Man City definitely making it difficult for Newcastle to get any kind of rhythm in this build-up. They've done it a couple of times well. See how quickly Doku activated there. Chow does well. Into the corner. That's a good run. It's going to be a first-time ball again, yeah? Yep. Ooh. No one on the near post. I think they had already run. That's a good touch from Hall. Semenyo gets a toe in. That's well done from Holland. He's going to duck. He's going to try to take on Miley at center field, half field here. Has to check. That's good, D. That's good, D. Bernardo hasn't really had much of an influence in the game so far either. They've definitely been content to let O'Reilly be the one in build-up, progressing the ball forward. But a feature of Man City's build-up in recent games has been how slow it's been. Wissa making Trafford hit it long all three times that they've succeeded in causing a long pass from Trafford. Newcastle have won the ball, or it's been a terrible pass. They'll look to continue doing that. Hall with some quick feet there. That's going to be a foul. Referee. I mean, that's pretty cynical there from Semenyo. That's pretty cynical there, sir. He's definitely away here, right? Like he's on a break in that. Ain't lucky. Semenyo's lucky not to get the yellow. He's nowhere near the ball, referee. Referee. He's not even close. It's definite yellow in my book. Definite yellow. And when Semenyo smashes somebody later, we're all going to be screaming he should have been sent off. See, look at this high line. Look at this line from City. Russ got more gray hair than I do, man. Oh, that's a good reaction from Nunez. Bernardo going down like an absolute sack of potatoes there. The wind blew up his jersey there, I feel like, and he's gone down real easy. Cheap foul to give away. Anthony Gordon, you should know better. Yeah, the commentator's saying the same thing. You should know better. I think sometimes the people, the players that that Eddie Howe or the coach in general, whichever coach in general knows is going to play at some point or might have to play at some point today, he keeps them warm. He's not going to let them warm up before the game and then, let them sit for 40 minutes, So I think that they go down the line and start warming up because he's going to play them in the second half just to stay warm the whole time. Because I guarantee, obviously I don't know, but I do know that all of Europe is north of New York. So, hey, whoa. Hold on, Kieran. Hold on a second. Why are you hating on Aaron? What's wrong with Aaron Ramsdale? Didn't he save like all the penalties that Bournemouth took at the weekend? Don't be hating on Aaron Ramsdale now. I'm a fan. He's obviously not David Raya, and I'd probably tell you Nick Pope's better, of course. But God's sake, please no seems a little strong. Seems a little bit strong. Yeah, I think Newcastle have done well to keep Holland out of it for the most part. That is true. I'll give you that. I'll give you this one. It's not his fault, though. The Southampton thing is not his fault. He had the highest shot stopping percentage in the league last season. Yeah, because they were facing like 30 shots a game. Oh, yeah, man. That's like you got to feel bad for Jose Sa, right? Over at Wolves. Just it's raining shots all day long on that goal. That's well done from Jacob Murphy in the center there. Certainly well done. Yeah, it was crazy. Last season, that's probably what's going on at Wolves, right? Geez, it's not great. It's not a good story. Although, hey, they've gotten points in 2 games running. That's more than they've done all season. They might be on a resurgence, and the way Burnley and West Ham are looking, woof. Man City still pressing high. They've won it. Here's Nunez taking all day once again to decide where the ball is. That's a great touch from Ramsey. And have they beaten the press? Have they beaten the line? It's another good ball across. First time! Oh, you bum. Johan Wissa, you absolute bum. Lucky. Ends up being offsides, this one. But the early ball from Murphy, he would have been on too. I think he would have been onside. Oh, it doesn't matter, right? There's no VAR. Wolves are definitely getting relegated, that's for sure. There's no VAR, so it wouldn't have mattered. He was offsides regardless, but still, bro, you got to smash that first time left-footed. Far post. But see, it's that same formula. Down the right, behind Nathan Ake. Early ball across. And for F's sake, get somebody else besides Wissa on the end of the shot. They've allowed Bernardo to run through the press here, and they themselves, City, that being, that's an important challenge from Botman to play the ball off to Semenyo. That's a Newcastle throw, right? Did they give that? I think they gave it to City. I think they've given it to City. Semenyo's now going to dunk one. Nope, nope. Well played. Well done. The referee got one right. It's definite foul throw, he says. The commentator. We don't talk about such things. Poor pass from Chow. Right into Ake, and here's Bernardo. Yeah, Riley just keeping it ticking. Hasn't done anything wrong. Hasn't done anything amazing. But definitely okay. Definitely all right in there. Ake trying to get it through into the channel for Doku unsuccessfully. Man City step. You can see anytime Newcastle. Oh, Bernardo breaking through the center. Oh, he tries to find Holland. That's great D from Joe Linton. That's great work from Jacob Murphy. Doku forced to foul. Yep, foul after foul after foul. What's just happened? Did Bernardo Silva just kick Guimaraes? I missed it. I was looking at the foul after foul. Oh, okay. Yeah, Guimaraes is doing that one up a little bit there. He's got a butt check from O'Reilly. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, Guimaraes. You're better than that. You're better than that. Foden. He is rattling up Foden a little bit, though. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose. He's definitely rattled up some Arsenal fans and players over the years. That's for sure. Old Bruno Guimaraes. He's one of those players that I absolutely cannot stand to play against, but would love to have in the team. You know, it's just like, I don't like you because you're not wearing my jersey. You know, but if he played for us, I would definitely be a Bruno G fan. That's just the way it goes sometimes, you know. That's the way it goes with players sometimes. Here we go. It's boiling over. It's boiling over. I always forget that O'Reilly is a giant. He's so huge. He's just as big as Joel Linton. Now, he's taller than Joel Linton. There's no VAR, but so I don't know what's going on here. I didn't actually see the initial. They're both getting yellow carded. Yeah, even we figured. Here it goes. Yeah, okay. Okay. I mean, there's nothing there, guys. Come on. Are we adults or O'Reilly's like he's young, isn't he? Yeah. Just getting him riled up. Just getting him riled up. No worries. Joel Linton gets his customary yellow card. You expect that. But hey, I think it's good. They've gotten O'Reilly on a yellow. Continue to stay physical with him. Who knows? Who knows? But you definitely got to expect that where Newcastle's concerned. That's definitely a part of the game. The dark arts, for sure. Well, you know, Kieran, I don't know how long you've been watching the game, but, you know, that's the way it has become these days. And it's gotten progressively worse as the years have gone on. And I think as more and more referees get conned by divers, you know, and it just gets worse and worse, you know. That's why I have my theories and opinions on ways to stamp that kind of stuff out, like retroactive yellows for diving in the penalty box. You know, VAR's already checking stuff on penalties anyway. So if it's a clear and obvious dive, which some of them are, like Nani Madueke at Portsmouth on Saturday was just a clear and obvious, disgusting, scummy dive, and that's why the football gods said, "Nope, you're not making this pin. You're gonna look like a bum." Here's Semenyo cutting inside. That's good D from Botman. And Gordon. Gordon's working really hard up and down the field. Oh, that's good work from Lewis Hall. The kid's got quick feet, man. Lewis Hall with the quick feet, turning O'Reilly every which way, making Bernardo foul him. That's good work. That's good work. Look at this here. The cutback, and he turns him back around. Oh, that's got to be a yellow card from Bernardo Silva. That's a terrible challenge from Bernardo Silva. Wow. Wow. He's lucky not to get the yellow there. Chris Kavanaugh, man, he only gives yellows for like mamby-pamby fighting and childish stuff, but the actual challenges that deserve yellow cards, he's like, nah, you're good. Kick the crap out of each other. Whatever. That's a good ball into O'Reilly. He's going to hit one long. Not good enough for Doku. You got to win the second ball, Bruno G. And he's done so. Well done. He'll receive it again here. That's good work from Newcastle to play around Bernardo and Doku. You got to bring it forward. Won the territory and then played too slow. That's a great challenge. Well done, sir, from Ramsey. Well done, sir. Are both there's two Jacobs in the team, right? Doing my namesake proud. Doing the name proud. Ramsey and Jacob Murphy. Good on ya. Hopefully they'll score a goal. Why not? Pep doesn't look too excited about it. He's screaming. Oh, you can see everybody's breath. I bet it's like -17. It's got to be so cold. It's got to be so cold. I'm lucky. It was only like 30 degrees today. It was that's Fahrenheit here in America. It was nice and it was brisk, but I'm sure it's brutal there. Here we go. Here's Ramsey. 1v1 with Ake. What's he going to do? Or Murphy, I should say. He gets it across. Yeah, hey, I haven't watched Ramsey too much. He doesn't get to start much, does he, Jacob Ramsey? Because it's normally Tonali in there. But, hey, maybe he'll score a goal. If he can contribute something. But I understand. Here he is now on the ball. Maybe we'll get a curse of the commentator. That's a good pass. Here's Murphy. Oof. In and out, and it'll be a throw-in. Yeah. That's what I thought. Ramsey's normally on the bench. Did Willock go? What happened to Joe Willock? Is he on the bench? I liked him at Arsenal. He's on the bench today. Hey man, I'm just trying to, look on the bright side here, trying to be positive about it. There's a first time for everything, yeah. Here we go. Some possession for Newcastle here with Chow. A rare moment. Man City's not pressing as high. That's a good ball between the lines. Can you keep it? Here's Gordon with Nunez for company. He's going to try to run past him. Nunez is fast. That's a foul, referee, and got to be a yellow. Got to be a yellow card. 100% is a yellow. Foden, of course, is going to argue. Nunez, homie, you've kicked the crap out of him. I don't think it was dirty. He's late. He's just really late. I don't know that he's like meant to kick him or whatever. Maybe in the last instance, once he realizes he ain't getting there. Yeah, that's not great. That's not a great tackle. I hear you. Dump it in the box, man. Dump this one in. Get the big man up. Get the big man up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go for an Olympico, Bruno. Put it on the postage stamp. Cause some havoc. Here it comes. He's kept it low. Hasn't beaten Nico O'Reilly, but Nunez, I should say. Yeah, nah, it wasn't great. It It wasn't great. I think Bruno was so focused on keeping it low, keeping it down, that he forgot the rest of the kick. Forgot the rest of the technique, but he's got another shot here from the corner. Put it right on the back post. Postage stamp. What a time to score it would be, too. Right before halftime. Here it comes. Ball across. Who's there? That's good work from Trafford. That's a horrendous touch from Gordon. Gordon needs a haircut. I absolutely agree. That's not great from Hall. Doku's going to bring it in. Good recovery. Gordon definitely needs a haircut. 100% needs a haircut. I'm with that. Ake with the leap, but Joel Linton will come down with the second ball. It's a good pass for Murphy. Looks like Murphy needs to have the ball played into space for him to do anything with it at all. But he does win the throw-in. He does win the throw-in. That's something. Newcastle done well to keep Erling Haaland well out of it. Semenyo hasn't done much either. Nor Foden, really. They've done well. That's a good ball. Wissa's done well to get the turn. That's a oh my God. Yeah. Voltemata at halftime. I need the German Jack Sparrow at halftime. We need the pirate. Where's he at? Because that was terrible. It was a great pass from Botman, a great turn, and then we'd rather not speak about the rest of it. Oh, Lewis Hall. Oh, he's lucky. He's lucky there. Yeah, Semenyo can't believe it. He's lucky Hall to get that call there. Wissa back to Brentford. No, they don't want him. They don't want him back. Look at Igor Thiago. Thiago absolutely killing it, man. Only Haaland has more goals. He's got like 16, 17 goals or something. Imagine where they'd be without that guy. Ooh. It's a big one. First time for Doku. Ooh. Lewis Hall does well. That's good defense there. Does well. The fans appreciate it, of course. But yeah, Newcastle need to find a little bit more quality on the dead ball situations. You don't necessarily get too many against these lot here, as they say across the pond. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Thiago's not the only one that's good. They got Jordan Henderson. No, there's a couple of good players down at Brentford, of course. I like Ethan Pinnock. Kevin Schott, I can throw the ball in. Or Coyote, I should say, can throw the ball in. Kevin Schott, I guess, is a pace merchant, really. He's kind of fast. I like Damsgaard, Mikael Damsgaard. He's decent. Here's Foden. Yeah. Henderson is definitely, he's up there. He's working on Crypt Keeper's dad status at the moment. Hey, but credit to him for still being able to go. You know, I'm not necessarily a spring chicken, and I have to work for my fitness like really hard. So homie's still showing me up at the very least. Not hard to do, but you know, these guys that stay in the game for such a long time is impressive to me. It's really impressive, And obviously, if you look at Messi and Ronaldo, obviously the standard in our generation, their health and longevity is a huge part of why they're always the goats. Whether you think one's better than the other, they're both got the longevity. That's good work from Doku. Not sure what Murphy's doing, but Doku's worked back. Conor Gallagher back in the Prem. My man. And Michael Carrick back in the Prem. Conor Gallagher. Yo. It's just making me laugh. It's just making me laugh so much. Gallagher chose Spurs. I don't know what he's thinking. Spurs are counting their lucky stars that, you know, it's crazy. They signed Conor Gallagher and he's their best player immediately. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Carrick has been made official at Man U. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, it'll be weird to see Conor Gallagher in his Spurs shirt. There's no doubt about that. But, yeah, he's going to – I mean, I think he's objectively, I think he's a good player. I like that he works hard, you know. He's a decent player. But, I mean, he was a Chelsea guy. And now he's Tottenham hot scum. Semenyo loops one to the back post. Nobody there. Yeah, now he's wearing my literal least favorite kit of all time, and so he can go, you know what? Here's Semenyo again. Back for Foden. You can't let them get that space at the top of the box. That's good D. I don't know if Haaland's off it or they just haven't looked for him that much, or if Xiao and Botman have been pretty good, but not been in it. Not been in it much at all. It's been a decent half. I'd say Newcastle have just edged it as far as expectation, chances. Looked a bit more dangerous. I think Man City are still suffering from playing way too slow, especially when they let Newcastle and or other teams get set like they are now. Ake's not going to hurt anybody, so they'll give him space. They're getting close to Doku here with Murphy. And again. But Newcastle are fine as long as Doku doesn't get the line like he does here. It's a good pass. Hall's forced to put it out for the corner. Interesting that Doku's gotten the well, I mean, I can't say that Haaland hasn't been there. The ball's nowhere near him. The ball's nowhere near him. I think that's part of the reason they've bought Semenyo is for more quality coming from the wing, but they've played them together. Oof. Jacob Murphy. Oh man. He's holding his hammy. That's not good. Anthony Alenga is on the bench. I thought he was a doubt. I imagine they'll try to get into halftime before making the sub. I mean, unless there's going to be some. Yeah, looks like he's coming on. There's going to be. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Harvey Barnes is already getting dressed in the dugout. So he's, yeah. Absolutely. You know it's bad when they're going to do the sub before the corner kick. You know it's a well, he's walking. What's the Here he is, Harvey Barnes. Are they going to let him come? They got to let him come on before the corner, right? It'll be like it's like the injury substitution. We're certainly into stoppage time here. I'm sure there'll be another minute. Harvey Barnes masterclass. He has popped up with a couple of late goals here and there. What can Foden get for you on the corner? Here it comes. All the way back. No one on the post. And it's come for Doku. Lewis Hall across to meet him. That's good D. Lewis Hall having a good game. Lewis Hall's having a good game. For sure. He's looked decent. He's had some quick feet. Good defense. That was a good step. Not for nothing, but the first time Doku's tried to get past Hall, he's been unable to. Earlier on, it wasn't looking good for Lewis Miley. Man City not doing much from these set pieces. That's an interesting one. They'll win another corner. That had to be intentional the way he's hit that, or if Doku just not good at corner kicks. Just blow the whistle, ref. Yeah, you don't want to be facing this right here at the end of half. At the end of the half, that's a good ball. Who's there? Off his knee. Ooh, Foden with the shank you. It's bouncing around. And there is the halftime whistle. Yeah. And then give it to production. Leave it to production. Immediately, CBS production just right on Johan Wissa. Just immediately right in his face. Yeah. It's one of those where Pep's going to be pushing the camera away. Oh, goodness. I think Man City will be happier, honestly. They haven't created very much. Erling Haaland hasn't been in it much at all. So I think that Manchester City will be happier of the two teams. Johan Wissa having a shocker, a stinker. Yeah, man, he's got to score. Definitely has to score. Newcastle should be ahead. But to be fair, Man City did have one single attempt, and normally one attempt is all Erling Haaland needs, but he was nowhere to be found on that one, thankfully. So it's 0-0, but it's been a good game. I think the energy from Man City has made it difficult for Newcastle to find rhythm in the build-up. Obviously, they were going to have a lot of the ball. They were always going to have a lot of the possession, but Newcastle have done well, especially when they've been back in their shape. And Man City have just played too slowly. I mean, you could accuse them of that in a number of the last couple of games. Obviously, I'm not including the Exeter game. That's not. It's just we'll put that to the side. But the 3 draws in the league before that, they weren't playing quick enough, yeah. And so each time they've let Newcastle get into their shape. Yes, Newcastle have sat back really, really deep. Most teams do, even at home against Man City, and because it's worked well, and it's worked well today. Really, the only joy City have had is Doku 1v1 with Lewis Miley out on the right-hand side for Newcastle, left-hand side for City, and they haven't been able to connect with the next pass with the final ball, and that's obviously something that has been leveled at Doku, criticism that's been leveled his way in the past. That's probably why Semenyo has been brought into the team, but they played them together. Semenyo there on the right-hand side. Obviously, Savio's injured. Marmoush will be playing in the final of AFCON, if I'm not mistaken. And Bob's hurt. So, yeah, it makes sense that they both play. You want to get Bernardo in. It's a semifinal, so it makes sense. We might see Reinders from them at some point. But I also expect to see Voltemata at some point. And I didn't catch what Eddie Howe said about Anthony Alenga. I just knew he was a doubt. But if he's made the bench, and I think he has, he is indeed on the bench. So is Tonali. I wonder if that was for just rotation reasons, or if there was a niggle or knock there or something. But yeah, I think that, well, you know what? He had a chance to put on Alenga and he put Barnes on. So I doubt we'll see Alenga. We may not see him until later on. Pep gesticulating there. Yeah, it's definitely been feisty. Definitely been a lot of energy. But yeah, we're looking good so far. I think Man City definitely going to be happier. They'll be all right with a draw. Newcastle have to find a little bit more of a clinical edge in front of the goal. And I'm going to have to find me some more water. I'll be right back. So I think the tactics from Eddie Howe have definitely been pretty obvious to see. They wanted to swing it to the left in possession from Pope and Botman to pull the overload that way and then find the space on the other side and work it to Murphy behind Ake. Early ball across. And you would want your number 9 to be finishing the chance. They've done it 3 times. One was offsides. Still, Johan Wissa should have dunked that one in. He did not, and it's still 0-0. I think other than that, we haven't seen... I expected him to maybe try to play through the middle, try to play through the lines, but it makes sense when I was thinking about it. The weak link in the Man City back line, of course, is Nathan Ake. So the tactics have worked well when you've been able to, when Newcastle have been able to play through the press. Man City have certainly had the energy in their high press, made it difficult, but Harvey Barnes doing more warm-up here. Didn't really have a warm-up at all. Had to come on there at the end of the half. But yeah, I wonder if we see Voltemata right at halftime or if it's going to be 60 minutes, 55 minutes. I'm not necessarily too familiar with Eddie Howe, and if he makes quick subs, let me know. Kieran, if you're still around, or anyone in the chat, what if you know if Eddie Howe likes to make subs quickly, if he reacts quickly, if he changes things quickly. I think he'll be pretty happy at the moment. Obviously, not with the injury or with the missed chances. Other than Wissa, I think it's been halfway decent performance. I wonder if he sticks with Wissa, though. That's the question. That is the question. For Man City, we probably won't see anything at halftime. He'll just want them to play quicker, I believe. But we know Shirky's waiting in the wings. Rodri's waiting in the wings. Reinder's waiting in the rings. I expect to see them all at some point. Nunez has been decent on that right hand. He's certainly faster than Anthony Gordon, and that's why, in my opinion, they have not been targeting Nunez, and rather they've targeted Ake out on that other side. The gulf in pace between Ake and Murphy is certainly higher than the gulf in pace between Gordon and Nunez. I'm pretty sure Nunez is a bit faster. In actuality, so they haven't been targeting him down that side. But it's interesting. It's certainly an interesting tactical battle. Eddie Howe choosing to go around the defense instead of through it. Nico O'Reilly's been halfway decent in there in that midfield. Kept things ticking along nicely. Hasn't necessarily given the ball away too many times. Had a couple of good tackles. He's obviously not Rodri. He's I'm not gonna. I'd probably say Nico Gonzalez is obviously also better in there, but he hasn't done anything crazy, done anything shocking. I think Newcastle have won more of the second balls, but it's been pretty even other than that. And I think it's gone the way, at least the way Eddie Howe has expected it. Pep would have probably wanted more chances created through quicker play. So he might be the one to change things up, bring Shirky on, get a little spark in the build-up. But honestly, I don't expect any changes from him at halftime. There might be, or Eddie Howe might stick with Wissa, much to the chagrin of the Newcastle faithful. But I get the feeling that we won't see any changes at halftime, especially since they've had to put Barnes on right at the end there. Yeah, the reporter here down on the sideline, decked out. It looks cold. I don't necessarily listen to the halftime shows. Perhaps call me a bit arrogant, but I feel like I know more than most of them do. Wow, that looks like 7 touches there from Erling Haaland. That's good. That's very, very good. He doesn't need many. He does not need many. But I think that the more Newcastle can cause Trafford to hit it long and win the second ball, the more opportunities they're going to have to get at Ake, because that certainly seems to be their strategy. Certainly seems to be the strategy. The big one tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Don't forget to be here. We'll be here. That's for sure. We will be here for that one, of course. I'll be doing a preview on the channel in the morning as well. On the bright and early. It'll probably be more around lunchtime in the UK. I am an early riser, so we get the preview in before the game tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll be here for the watch along. I'm looking forward to it. They're saying that, of course, Reece James is looking to dominate on Declan Rice again. I have my opinions, differing opinions on that, of course. But we'll see. We'll see how it all unfolds tomorrow. Still another 45 minutes in this one. And I'm expecting a little bit more, to be honest with you. The energy was there in the beginning, but Newcastle need it more, so I expect them to bring it. Got to bring the energy up, the energy levels, and get it over the line. Going to the Etihad is never fun. Newcastle have not done well there recently. You know, and it's the same story for Chelsea, really. They've done horribly at the Emirates in recent times. And so they'll be definitely be looking to put it on us, definitely be looking to come at us. They got to win. They got to win. No one wins at the Emirates these days. I'm certainly grateful. We've made it a fortress. Definitely made it a difficult place to come and get a result. So Chelsea are going to have to come for it at home, even without Caicedo. But that's good. I expect that to be just fine. The problem is Arsenal have not played great at the Bridge in like 3 or 4 attempts. The last 3 or 4 times we've gone to the Bridge, we haven't been at our best. For whatever reason. For whatever reason that is. So, I'm not going to say I'm worried about it. But, I'm definitely got some nervous energy. There's certainly a world where we don't win that one. But I think even if we lose 1-0, 2-1, I think return leg we can pull it back. So I'm hopeful of seeing Arsenal in a final, seeing one of these two here. Honestly, like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm not really fussed about which of these two teams we see. I think both finals will be extremely difficult. And to be the best, you got to beat the best. To lift the trophy, you got to knock out the best. And so Newcastle coming out here hoping they can once again be the best in this tournament as they've been for a couple of seasons now. Here's Harvey Barnes. Is he chewing gum? I could never chew gum while I played. Big Earl looking menacing. He looks eager. Joel Linton getting a prayer in as the second half is about to get back underway here on my stream. Much to the chagrin of the Newcastle faithful, as I've said, Wissa will be getting the second half underway here momentarily. Here we go. Ball rolling once again. We'll start with a long ball for Joel Linton. It comes to Anthony Gordon. Commentators talking about slopes on the field and whatnot. All right. Newcastle going to have to up the levels. They definitely need to win more than Man City do. Semenyo chasing the ball all the way back. Here's Nick Pope going to launch one. Nothing's changed except for Harvey Barnes for Murphy. Hey, that's a clumsy challenge from Bruno G. Clumsy challenge from Bruno G there. Bad place to give up the foul. Foden will probably look to have a shot here. Yeah, that's not a good challenge. Not a good challenge from Bruno. You're never going to get the ball through him like that. Oh, that's a long way out. Never mind. That's a long, long way out. Definitely a long way out. Nah, they're looking for Holland, of course. Yep. The geezer's still playing. 1v1. Here's Doku. Don't let the cross in. Here it comes. It's poor once again from Jeremy Doku. Is that not offsides? Nope. Joelinton will collect. Guimaraes up the line. He's giving it away. So too has Semenyo, and in turn, Lewis Hall. Doku looks like a lizard, man. He certainly looks like a reptile. Man said he's looking to play it around here. Here's the lizard man himself. He's going to carry it into the corner. He's got two for company. Here's Foden. Man City slowly gaining territory. Semenyo out wide. Nico O'Reilly in the center. Keeps it ticking. And again. Ramsey presses. Wissa presses out. Causes Kusanov to go all the way back. There you go. It's a short pass. They're going to make Trafford chip one in. Aye, that's good looks. There's Bernardo Silva in behind the line. Lots of space. Coming forward quickly. It's 1v1. Semenyo on Lewis Hall. He's going to let Gordon get there. Once again, passing around the formation. Too much space for Doku. Don't let him cross. Here's Ake at the top of the box. It's the ball in. That's a foul, referee. Oy! Woo! Comes off somebody's knee or something. And Nick Pope made that look dangerous. You can't let the cross in versus Man City, dude. Oh, it comes off Gordon's knee. He's been starved of chances so much in this game. He's tried to flick it into his own net. That's a good save. That's a good save from the Pope himself. Chipped for Chow. What are y'all doing back there? Holland's putting him under a lot of pressure, and he's forced to give the ball away. Semenyo's going to come across for a throw-in. What was that? Why are you chipping it to your man across the box over top of Erling Haaland? That was interesting. Here's O'Reilly in some space in the midfield here behind Wissa. Newcastle set. They're finding these spaces. Just looking to cut that out. But City pressing really high. A lot of energy. That's an interesting touch from Bruno G. Is he going to call the advantage? Did you get it under control? Play goes on. Gordon will bring it forward. What's he got? That's a lot of space. It's a good ball across. What's up there? Oh, it's off the bar. Oh, my God, it's off the bar. Lewis Hall's won it in the box. It's still there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's taking it off the bar again. Oh, my God. He's hit the bar twice in 10 seconds. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. They've hit the bar twice in 15 seconds. It's a great cross. Comes off his shoulder, it looks like, from Wissa. Nope. It's a looping header. Oh, what a save. It's not off the bar. That's an incredible save. Oh, and then the second shot's off the bar. What a save from Old Trafford. From James Trafford, I should say. Wow. Wow. And that has brought St. James Park to life. Jacob Ramsey holding his head on the ground. Wow, what a save this is. Woo! That's incredible. That's incredible. What do we got here? Yeah, Doku's elbowed him. Doku's forearmed him in the face. But then he doesn't go down. I'm confused. Wow. Newcastle, the two best chances of the game, back to back. Wow. And the fingertips of Trafford keeping Man City level. That was amazing. That was amazing. Are y'all really doing a concussion protocol here on Jacob Ramsey? Doku comes over to apologize. Yeah. Well, that's certainly the save of the tournament, at least. It's a good ball from Anthony Gordon. Looping header. Oh! He's retreating. What a save. That's a good header, to be fair. Oh, man, what a save. What a save, dude. And then Bruno G coming near post. Oh, he's got him beat, too. I think that's in. Oh, wow. 2 inches to the right, and it's 1-0 Newcastle. For both of those opportunities, you could say. But we're rolling again. Here is Jeremy Doku. Barnes retreating. He's definitely going to take him on. Down the line. Left foot. It's a good ball across. Oh, my goodness. Semenyo dunks it home. Oh, my goodness gracious. Uh-oh. Newcastle in trouble. The game's come to life. The game has come to life. You leave Harvey Barnes 1v1 with Doku. Beats him all ends up and gets it across. Oh, man, the Newcastle defenders will be very upset with themselves on that as Doku comes in hot and finishes it off. And there you go. It's 1-0 to Manchester City. And after all the good work from Newcastle, a moment for Semenyo, Doku, and the men in blue puts them ahead. Ain't that about a you know what? It's a great finish. Doku's alive in the box. Yeah. It's time for changes. Definitely time for changes for Newcastle. Gotta get something. Gotta get something going. That's a big goal. What can Newcastle do in response? What can they do in response? Now Man City will look to control. Of course, Newcastle going to have to press high now. Trafford more than willing to just hit it long. You got to win the second one here. That's good. That's good work from Semenyo, man. That's great work from Antoine Semenyo. Of course, we knew he'd be a good signing for them. And he does well to fend off Botman and recycle it for his team. You normally would think when Trafford hits it long, it's a win for Newcastle, but that was just already got his confidence going. That's 2 goals in a Man City shirt. That's a great pass from Foden. Holy crap. Here's Doku. What? Oh, okay. It was a deflection. I was like, where is that ball going? It's good D from Miley. Doku again. Miley stands him up. Ooh. Barnes wins the loose ball. Man City still swarming. It's intricate. It's tight. Bruno's on the deck. Eddie Howe hasn't figured out how to spell substitution as of yet. We'll keep you updated if he ever finds a thesaurus. Go on, Anthony Gordon. That's good work to get it around Doku. That's fine. Miley brings it forward. What do you got? Find the ball. You got to play quicker. Man City's line is so high. You have to play quicker. Everybody's offsides. 100%. Either that or run past everybody. Fake the pass and then push it in and run past everyone yourself. Holland looks a forlorn figure up there, but now that they're ahead, it's less of an issue. Newcastle going to have to find some ideas. Going to have to find some ideas. That's a good ball through the line. Here's Anthony Gordon. That's a good pass. Is Vista there? Ooh, it's decent, Joe Linton. They're taking it from each other. Have a shot, Bruno. Woo! Works to Bruno G, and he has a shot, but it's right at the goalkeeper. Yohan Wissa once again with a poor touch. Yeah, straight at the goalkeeper. The ball got caught up underneath him. Hard to sort his feet out. Does well to get the shot away. That's a good touch from Joel Linton. And Anthony Gordon will pick it up. Can you run past Nunez? You haven't been able to do that all game, bro. Put him under. It's a tough ball. Oh! Oh, my goodness. Kieran's Nan can do better than that. Oh, man. A little bit off target there for Bernardo. Rush of blood. Thought that he was maybe going for goal. Moment of madness there, and he's conceded the corner kick. Punish them. Absolutely punish them. Lewis Hall coming over to take the corner kick. You got to punish them now. They've given you this chance. Punish them. Here comes the end swinger. It's at the back post. Oh, it's a crowd in there. Where is it? Oh, my goodness. Trafford was nowhere to be found. Let's look at the replay. Oh, he's missed it completely. Oh, my goodness. The keeper's missed it completely. It's off Semenyo twice, actually. Semenyo doesn't know a thing about it. Here comes the end swinger from Bruno G. It's to the back post. Doku will win the race, but that's good work from Lewis Hall once more. Kid's having a good game. Lewis Hall's having a good game. He refuses to shake Pep's hand, but then he'll get him on the second time around. Absolutely. Lewis Hall's definitely having a good game. Definitely having a good game. Showing a good account of himself, that's for sure. But at the moment, it's to no avail. Bruno G is going to get a good ball for Miley. You got to get there. What a touch. What a touch. Yeah. Maybe Hall knows that, and he's given a good performance in front of his future manager. You probably don't want to hear that as a Newcastle fan, but that might be what's going on here. 60 minutes in. It's a good turn from Nunez in the center here. Good ball for Holland. Oi! Fires at both center backs' face, bounces, and they'll be forced to concede the corner. This is not good news for Newcastle. Reinders, Rodri, and Rico Lewis hopping around on that sideline. Yep. Rodri coming in to shore things up. Nico O'Reilly's been decent, to be fair. He's been decent, to be honest, there, to be fair, in the midfield. It's been all right. Yeah. Won't be unhappy with that at all. Rodri catching some boos. Newcastle have done well to keep Foden out of it. Hasn't really done too much. It's looking like Reinders will come in for Foden. This is the I call him Pirate Junior. We'll just call him Junior because he's trying to look like a pirate. Voltemata definitely looks like a pirate. And Nunez, the obvious replacements or player to be replaced by Rico Lewis, I should say. And it's a Man City corner. They'll look to press their advantage. And here comes, oh no, it's another goal for Antoine Semenyo. Oh man. Uh-oh. Was that like a scorpion, sort of? That was like a flail. He's flailed it on a little flick. Wow, man. Wow. Yeah, the commentator says Man City got 1 foot towards Wembley. It's looking a long day, Kieran. Oi. Oi. Oh, man, that's what is that? Look at this. It's off his kneecap. Yeah, it's off his knee. Like, he just gets whatever on it. Oh, wow. Oh, man, that's... Wow. That's a gross goal to concede. That's a really disgusting goal to concede, man. And it's all unraveling here for Newcastle. Not sure what Haaland and Malik Chow were doing there. What? There is VAR? Wait a minute. There's VAR all of a sudden? Wait a minute. There's VAR all of a sudden? He's not offside. Since when is there VAR? He's not offsides, man. He's definitely not offsides. Chow's clearly behind him. Well, I didn't realize there was VAR at all. He's not offside, man. He can't play the ball with his elbow. He can't play the ball with his elbow. He's definitely not offsides. There's no way that's offsides. I mean, are they saying his boot's offside? Offside? To me, it looks like the orange boot's farther back than the white boot. Yeah, I didn't realize there was VAR on the semis and final. I thought they'd be it on the final. I didn't realize it'd be on the semi, but that I mean, I'm pretty sure the heel is farther back and it's going to be off. I mean, on rather. You hope it looks offsides, Kieran. You hope it's offsides. I don't think it does. Inches either way. I mean, it's inches either way. That's for sure. Tiny piece. Tiny piece of boot. The weight goes on. I mean, can Wissa do better here? Can he like maybe look at the ball and maybe try to swing his own boot at it? There's the German Jack Sparrow and Sandro Tonali. Yeah, I mean, yeah. At some point, you got to make subs when you're losing. At home, it's the semifinal. I don't know what they're still looking at. Like, this has to be exactly. Yeah, what are we, people are going cold. Legs are getting cold here. They might have to do warm-ups again by the time this is over. What are y'all talking about? What are these guys even talking about right now? How is it a tough one? It's not a tough one. Offside. Oh my God, they're going to give offsides here. A subjective offside. So the commentators have just said it's an objective offsides on whether Haaland is impeding Chow. But Chow never even goes for the ball. This is crazy. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. What? All right, here we go. What's he going to say? Yeah. So it's all sides. It's all sides. There it is. There it is. Still 1-0. I knew it. I never changed my my graphic. I never changed the scoreboard. I never even went to Photoshop to change it. I never even did it. I knew it was going to be called off. I think that's a horrendous call. It's a horrendous call, but I don't think that's right, but massive call in this tie. Semenyo pissed as any of us would be. And now, here comes the blue team, the reinforcements. It's the German Jack Sparrow. It's the Italian Stallion. And Anthony Alenga. Yeah, so whatever. Ramsey and Wissa off. And Gordon. So here it is. The roll of the dice for Eddie Howe. Anthony Alenga gonna abuse his pace. And the ball is rolling again. There's gonna be a healthy amount of stoppage time. Joel Linton, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Both Bernardo Silva and Joel Linton on yellows here. Send them both off. That was pretty dirty from Bernardo. after the fact. Obviously, Joel Linton not happy. Neither is Kieran. Oh, he's saying he's short. Look at him. He's telling him he's short. He's calling him a little shorty. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some. What is this? Put him under. Put him under. Wow. Trafford just hoofs it clear. City maybe a little rattled here. City maybe a little rattled after that. It's a good ball from Voltamata for Elanga. He hits it back across. First time Trafford 2-0. Oh my God. Woo! Newcastle feeling buoyed by the decision going their way. Gets full contact from Tonali. It's a little bit wider than we at first thought in real time, but still 20 minutes to go, and Newcastle, we're already doing better with Wissa, Kieran says. Newcastle already doing better. The subs already combining one to the next to the next, and the fans are loving that. Well, that's a good ball here for Reinders. He's going to take the shot. Lewis Hall standing tall as he's done all game long. The number 3 there for Newcastle looking good. Here's Rodri. Ball hasn't really been in place since Rodri's been on the field, so we haven't seen much impact from him. Here's a ball through the lines. That's not great. Here comes Rico Lewis. This is Semenyo. Ball across. Good defense from Botman. Lewis Hall holds off Semenyo. Sends Rodri for a drink, but Semenyo retreats and wins it. Here's Rodri again. Ball for Ake. Doku. Seems like it's been a minute since he's gone 1v1 versus Miley. Ake wants him to do it desperately. Don't give me the ball, he says. It's another cross. Joel Linton's there to clear only as far as... Come on, Harvey Barnes. It's a cheap one from Harvey Barnes. And he's given the foul away. I mean, Holland doesn't even. Holland hardly moves. I mean, I guess, yeah, he's pushing there. He's pushing him there, but I don't know about this one, man. I don't know about this one, man. Yeah, Kieran, come on. Harvey Barnes is giving him one of those right in his back. It's a foul, man. It's a foul. Pep Guardiola's pissed. Everyone's pissed at the referee. Man City won't dump it in. They'll hit it short here. And it's come back for Rodri. Joe Linton with a good step. That's a foul. Bernardo's off, yeah? I thought Bernardo already had the yellow. Huh. I thought Bernardo already had it. Oh! That's a bad challenge. That's a bad challenge from Bernardo. Are they not checking that? They should check that. Wow, that is a dirty challenge from Bernardo. How is that not a red card check? Yeah, Kieran, of course that has to be a red. That was a terrible challenge. It's a scissors and a forceful kick. Voltamata working hard. I'm shocked. That's a handball from Holland. Clear handball. Yellow card. It's got to be a yellow card. He's not going to give it. There's no way. He's a pussy. I can't believe they haven't at least checked the foul on Bernardo. I'm shocked by that. Shocked that they haven't at least checked. That's why I didn't think there was VARs, because I haven't seen a VAR check for a red card. There's been a couple of questionable challenges. Big opportunity for Newcastle here to dump one in to the mixer, get it right on top of Trafford. The German Jack Sparrow needs to be huge here. Voltamata needs to get clear in this box. Here we are. Lewis Hall with the in swinger. It's a looping one to the back post. Holland's going to win it. And Semenyo to clear. He just rips one into touch. Fair enough. Awful 3 kick. Absolutely was. We spoke on Newcastle needing to improve the quality from the set piece. It still remains true. But they're in it. They're absolutely in it. Definitely given a lifeline from the referees. Yeah, nothing there, nothing there. Keep playing. It's good work from Joel Linton. That's great work from Malenga. Find him. Here's Barnes. Rodri with the double. That's good. Touch. Oh, yeah. It comes to nothing. Comes to nothing. Newcastle fans. Yeah. Had to have. They've definitely upped it. That's a great pass and a horrendous first touch by Anthony Alenga. Homie, that's why you didn't start the game, buddy. Doku does well to turn from Bruno and go around Voltemata, and that's not good. That's not good. Bruno getting the yellow card for that one. And now the cards are coming. Barely touched him. Yeah, barely touched him. Doku's played well. Nah, he's got him there. He's brought him down. He's definitely brought him down. He fouled thin air. He fouled something there, didn't he? He fouled something. He fouled him right off the pitch because Doku has been subbed off. It's Ryan Shirky in his stead. Newcastle got to find something here. City just riding the pressure a bit. Kusanov and Elaine have been decent today. That's good work from City around the corner. And again, here's Shirky for the first time. Kieran looking for a Harvey Barnes masterclass. A late winner. Semenyo over the top. Bernardo going to get there. Is that a high boot? Nope. Referee doesn't think so. Tonali's going to win it. Semenyo for company. He's going to give it away. And so too will Bernardo Silva. Time not slipping away just yet. There will be a good amount of stoppage time. That's horrendous. Holland's going to win it. Oh, it's a good touch. Here's Bernardo Silva. Lewis Hall in the way again. Shirky will dance. Here's Bernardo. It's another ball. No one on the back post. But Elanga can't keep his feet. Man City just keeping Newcastle honest there with some pressure. About 12 minutes of normal time. I'm sure there's going to be at least 5 to 6 minutes of stoppage time. Elanga sliding all over the place. Killed any chance Newcastle might have had to bring it forward quickly. So they'll hoof it long. Voltemata with the flick. And Max Elaine rips it into nothing for Lewis Hall to chase. Get it in. Find some urgency. Throw it in. All the way back for Nick Pope. Holland pressing. Chow. Here's Lewis Miley. Voltemata working hard to put the defense under pressure, but Rodri will come down with it. Here's Shirky. And he'll just hold it up. Take the sting out of it. understands the assignment quite well. That's good. That's decent. This is what Man City do best. Just making you chase shadows all around the pitch. Newcastle going to have to catch one if they're going to get back into it. Joel Linton's still working hard, stretching those hammies. Voltamata, nope, not going to get there. Nunez does really well here. Holland has a good touch for Rodri. Bruno G, nope. Man City playing well here. Shirky out wide. What's he got for him? Little touch inside. Lewis tries to give it back to him. It'll come for Rodri. Man City with a good little spell here on the ball. Looking to pass to death. Hey, Rico Lewis in the channel. One for Shirky. Oh no, it's through Nick Pope's legs. Holy crap. Holy crap. I don't think it's been that boring. There's been some moments. There's definitely been some moments. It's definitely been a tactical battle. As it's gotten later, the subs have brought some energy, but I think sometimes the tactics kind of fly out the window when you get tired and the game changes a little bit and you're trying to implement a tactical adjustment from the manager at halftime, and now they're just trying to get there, just trying to find one moment, one chance to get something else on goal, get Voltamata in a shooting position, something. He's challenging well for the long balls. Man City have had all the answers so far, winning most of the second balls in the middle of the park in this second half. Have definitely made it difficult. Obviously, Newcastle had that moment of pressure right after they were gifted, I would say. The offsides. Hey, Lewis Hall presses Rico Lewis into the boards, and Rico Lewis will push him a couple of times. He needs to be careful. 12v11 again. Yeah, Man City. Probably some brown envelopes. You know, I'm not going to say for sure, but it certainly looks that way. Yeah, I don't know how this is their throw-in. I definitely don't know how this is their throw-in. Rico Lewis going to get booked for taking 8 years on the throw-in. Arsenal take 8 years on every throw-in, so I know all about that. I know all about it. Certainly going to be time wasting. As the time just starting to slip away here. It's a good win, though. Voltamata holding it up well. His counterpart at the other... Oh, Elenga! Can you get there? Ooh. Max Elaine having to... Yeah. Well, it's about the brand of the league, right? Of course, the Prem are going to let their, the team that has been the cash cow of the league for the last 7-8 years. It's going to give them a little bit of leeway, yeah? Game's still in the balance, though. Hall, oh, it's going to get over him. Here's Barnes. Voltamata! Oh, my God, take the shot! Oh, my God, it was there. It was there for the first time shot. What's just happened? What have we witnessed? What have we witnessed? Why has Voltamata not ripped that one home? And now Shirky with some momentum going at Botman. Oh my God. Here he goes. It's a shot. Oh, it's right into the chest of Botman. I can't believe Voltamata hasn't taken the shot on. Wow. Wow. How many guilt-edged, right in front of goals chances do Newcastle need today? Because holy crap. Why is he not taking the shot? And here's Holland. Oh, it's a good ball for Reinders. Woo! Good work from Nick Pope. Good work from Nick Pope. It's opening up a little bit end to end here. We still are in shock that Voltemata hasn't taken the shot. It's another ball over the top. Is he going to win it? Is he going to win it? He's trying to... Boy. They've just combined Elaine and... Oh, my God. What? What? Why is he not shot? What in the... Wow. The replay makes it look worse. The replay makes it look even worse. Why Voltemata doesn't shoot there is the mystery of the century. What's happened? It's over the top again. Kusanov uses his pace. Rodri comes to help, but he'll give it away to Joel Linton. Right to Guimaraes. Play quickly. The referee's in the way, but Tonali collects. Here's Joel Linton. Get across. It does come. But it's got to be a handball, ref. Yeah? No? Okay. And they'll get it to Shirky. Oh, it's a good ball. Nick Pope comes out. Wow. Shirky hesitates just a little bit. The ball's not amazing. Holland upset. Nick Pope reacts first. Kieran Trippier coming on? Is Hall just gassed? Is that what it is? Bruno Guimaraes coming off? What? That's a weird substitution. Yeah, I don't get it at all. Miley's going to go into midfield is what they're saying? Ike Nori's coming on for Ake. I can't understand the Bruno for Trippier one. I guess he's saying they're saying Miley's going into the center. But bringing on a defender with 5 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go or so. Well, I don't know about that one. Final roll of dice for both teams. Yep. Lewis Smiley immediately into the center. What do they got? Can Newcastle fashion another chance? Do the forwards want to take that chance? Should it be fashioned? Wissa didn't. Voltemata hasn't. And now Semenyo's going to collect over the top of Trippier. Here's Rodri. For Bernardo. City, no problem keeping it in these areas. That's good work from Elanga and Voltemata. Can you combine to win it? Tonali, Eddie Howe, looks like time's running out for you, buddy. Looks like time's ticking down. There might be 5. Yeah. Pep's been pretty animated. Pep's definitely been animated in this one. Holland hasn't really had his best game. Those around him haven't really worked too much with him. There should be a huge chunk of stoppage time, 6-7 minutes for sure, 8 minutes maybe. Nah, it won't be 8, maybe 5. Definitely 5 minutes at least. Lewis Hall plays it forward. Here's Harvey Barnes. Botman will get it wide for Trippier, who's given the thumbs up before the ball gets there. It's in for Voltamata. That's a good hit. Can you find it? Oh! Doesn't quite fall for him. That's going to be a foul. Trippier's going to give away the foul. Wow, and it's almost popped out for Voltamata at the right spot. That's good work. Oh, yeah. Kusanov just gets the foot in here. Or is it Elaine? No, it's Kusanov. Oh, with the wow. Wow, what an important touch. Nah, it's a foul, Kieran. It's a foul. It's a foul. Unfortunately, it's a foul. We're in extra time here. On 9 minutes. Yeah, we got a while. We got a while here for Newcastle to rescue it. So, can Newcastle get a little bit of a boost with the knowledge that there's still plenty of time here? City's still passing well, but they've given it away here. So too Tonali. And again. Ball going back and forth. Here's Bernardo. Twisting, turning, looking for the foul. Tonali will oblige him. Tonali obviously not excited to be penalized there. Yes, sir. 9 added minutes. We got about 7.5 of those left. Tonali, of course, getting a yellow for that. I don't know if they're going to be able to fashion another chance, but Newcastle will rue their lack of clinical edge up top finishing today. Could have more. Could certainly have a goal, maybe 2 in this one. Trafford's going to take forever. It's not a great kick. He's slipped himself. Newcastle come down with it. Yes. Nope. Here's Shirky. Immediately running at the defense. And he's had a shot. Tame. Luckily for Nick Pope, it's right at him. Newcastle living dangerously here as they push up for the winner. What's the call here? I missed it. Production was doing a replay. Yeah, dump it in. Hit a big one. Just hit a big one. Show a little bit of urgency. Somebody's getting a yellow. Is it for Pep? No. It's for this homie. Who was that? Who is that? I don't even know who that is. Pep didn't get the yellow card. It's some random. It wasn't for Pep. Even more extra time. Here we go. Who's going to win it? Who's going to win it? Where's the second ball? The set piece coach for City. Here's Barnes. Ball comes across. Who's there? Baltimore! Oh my God. That's a great cross. He's on sides. Oh, he's just missed it. Oh, an inch away. He's just missed it. Wow. How close are they going to come? How close are they going to get? 5 minutes to go still. It's still there. It's still in the balance. Voltamata's been really good since coming on. The flick-ons, duels. He's definitely been the first to everything since he's been on the field. He's worked hard. This is good work from Newcastle. Harvey Barnes running hard into the channel. Find your man. Here's Lewis Hall. Can you keep it? 3 for company. He's twisting, turning. Tonali steps. Win it. Hall comes away with it. That's good. Ball in for Joel Linton. It's a long one for Trippier. It's not going to be good enough. You got to win the second ball. He does so, but it's all the way back for Chow. And again for Miley. Here's Tonali. 4 minutes remaining. Tonali's going to hit one all the way across for Barnes. It's going to come to him. Have a cross. That's good work. It's the... Oh, hey! What is Trafford doing there? That was weird. But it is going to be a corner kick. Who was that on the overlap? Was that the center back on the overlap? Yeah, I don't know what Trafford was doing there. You got to find Voltamata on the corner kick. Got to find Voltamata on the corner kick. Here comes the in-swinger. It's right in there. Right. That's good work from Hall. He boots it. Get there! Inches away once more. Trafford looks to release quickly. Here's Semenyo. He's just going to breeze right past Trippier. Can they finish it? Oh, my goodness. What a great block. It's Lewis Hall once again, man of the match. No doubt for Newcastle. Absolutely gut-busting run with Erling Haaland. Given everything to get back and block the cross. Lewis Hall, take a bow, son. I was not familiar with your game. He's definitely had a good day. Semenyo's been good as well, to be fair. And it's looking like he's got the winner at the moment. 2.5 minutes to go here. Tonali, you kicked that out all day long. You definitely kicked that out. Gotta ask, though. Gotta ask. Turkey will take his time and give it to Aiden Nori. Yeah, he'll take your time on this throw here. It's been a hotly contested game, that's for sure. Just looks to be slipping away from Newcastle. That's a good ball. It will drop for Semenyo. And they've turned it over. Quickly. Newcastle got to play quick. Yeah, of course they're doing this time-wasting crap. Of course they're doing the time-wasting crap, Kieran. Oh, Nick Pope. He's let the whole stadium down with that clearance. He's let the entire stadium down with that clearance. And the time just keeps on ticking into the future. Shout out Steve Miller Band. That's a good pass. That's a good flick. Here's Aiden Nori into the box. Good touch for Shirky! 2-0. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's an absolute dagger blow at the end of the game. An absolute dagger blow. They couldn't concede that. That was the very last thing they could do. Oh, my God. Well, it's a fantastic finish from Shirky after great work on the sideline with Aiden Nori. And they punish him. Man City do what Man City do. And they've punished them. Wow, that's deflating. That's absolutely deflating for the Newcastle faithful. absolutely deflating for the Newcastle faithful. And then it might all be all over but the crying here. It might be all over but the crying. Can Newcastle get one back and hang on to a sliver of hope for the second leg? That's a horrendous ball from Harvey Barnes. And that'll do it. And that will do it. Yep. It's over, man. Full time at St. James's Park. Manchester City 2, Newcastle United 0. And to be fair, I think that Man City deserved that second goal. I'm not sure what was going on with VAR on their disallowed goal. I also think Bernardo should have been sent off. I don't know why VAR didn't check that one. I think that Man City weren't awesome today. I think they worked hard, had a lot of energy. I think Newcastle also worked hard and had a lot of energy. I think that they will be kicking themselves to see Wissa miss a couple of big chances. Voltemata miss a couple of big chances, but it's very, very clear that Voltemata is the better of the two strikers. I think that tactically, they didn't necessarily stick to what was working. I think that they upped the game. Newcastle did after the second goal was disallowed, and they had some energy, and there was definitely some belief for a long while there. Man City still kept them honest on the break, and so they couldn't necessarily commit the whole kitchen sink to it, but there were some chances there. There were some chances, and you're just going to rue misses. That's what it's going to come down to. I think Newcastle, I wouldn't say they deserve, I wouldn't even say they really, I don't know. As far as if you want to say deserve, you have to look at the clinical edge that Man City did have in front of the goal that Newcastle didn't, and that's where the game was won today. I think tactically it was even. Newcastle certainly gave a good go, worked hard. Probably the better team in the midfield, to be honest with you. Although their offensive strategy was to skip the midfield and try to play around the sides. Semenyo looking good in a Man City shirt already. You hate to see that. Shirky comes in and gets his goal. Probably the one that knocks the stuffing out of the whole tie. Of course, fans will try to get up for the game. The return leg at the Etihad, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be... I don't know if that's doable. I don't know if they're going to be able to bring this one back, and the unbeaten run in the Carabao Cup comes to a crashing end for Newcastle United. That's going to be a tough one to swallow. If Johan Vissa dumps that one in the first half, things might have been different. VAR probably robbed Man City of a third goal, which would have had this tie absolutely put to bed. I'm sure that will split opinions as far as the offside or not on that one, on the disallowed goal. But I think that all in all, you can't say it's an unfair result, maybe a harsh result to give the goal at the end and certainly make the tie very, very difficult to turn around. I'm not sure when the last time Newcastle have beaten Man City away from home is, but that is what is on the cards. That is what is at the top of the mountain here. They definitely have to climb. In a couple of weeks' time, I believe it's on February 3rd. Yeah. Newcastle have not scored at the Etihad the last two attempts in the league and the FA Cup. They're going to have to reverse that big time on February 3rd, February 4th, whenever that game is. I just don't see it. I unfortunately don't see it, and it looks like Man City already with 1 foot in the door of the final, halfway to Wembley already. It's a good performance from Semenyo. It's lethal from Shirky, and it's 2-0 for Manchester City over Newcastle United in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. Definitely was a good game. I appreciate everyone that's tuned in and been here the whole time. Thanks, Kieran, for definitely for being here this whole time and for commenting. I appreciate it, of course. But condolences for the result. Of course, it wasn't the one you were looking for, and yeah, tough one to swallow. But there's always an opportunity. There's a non-zero chance in the second leg. That was the justification I had to give myself against you guys last season when we lost the first leg 2-0 at home. So you're in a similar situation to what we are. But yeah, you got to give credit to Lewis Hall today on the Newcastle side. They're just showing the replay here of the Volta-Mata chance where Barnes passes it in and he tries to take a touch. It's still baffling why he doesn't just shoot that. That was that 1-0. And then his diving header that he's just missed. I definitely think Volta-Mata should have scored. This game could have been different. But at the end of the day, when you miss chances like that, you're normally going to rue them, especially against a team as clinical and punishing as Manchester City. So it's definitely a good couple of days for them through in the FA Cup for Man City, as well as a very healthy position here in the semifinal of the Carabao Cup. But yeah, definitely was a good game. I definitely enjoyed it. We're certainly going to be back here on the Cup Chasers to preview the Arsenal game. We're looking ahead to Chelsea versus Arsenal at Stamford Bridge in the morning. I'll have that one live. We'll be doing that one live. And then, of course, we will be live once again for the watch along. Chelsea versus Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. It's going to be an amazing game, so make sure you're tuned in. Of course, thanks for being here. If you've made it this far, hit the like button, hype it up if you got any points left. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Of course, let me know how you felt, what you were thinking in the comments section down below. Of course, we will be back before you know it, and you will see me next time.